Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today we're looking at the 5th Gebirgsjager division out of the new Italian DLC. If you enjoy this content, hit that like button. Please subscribe. It's free to you, and it really helps me out a lot. Let's dive right in. So here we are. I do want to mention I do put the deck codes for all these decks in the description below, so make sure to check that out if you want to actually play this deck that I played. So I am not a huge fan of this division. I'm going to be totally honest. It was super OP when it came out because all these Gebirgsjagers were only like 20 points, so you could just like spam them everywhere. I don't know why. This division just does not click for me. It's a good division. I'm not saying it's bad. I just, for some reason, don't play it super well. I don't know. Again, people are going to say I'm just hating on it. I'm not. It's a good division. I know it's good. For some reason, it just doesn't click with my playstyle. I'm not sure why. It should, because it's like strong infantry. I love strong infantry decks. I don't know. So obviously the main unit in this deck is the Gebirgsjager here. It's got 4 MP40s, 5 G43s, an MG42, and some AT grenade there. It's a strong loadout, but it's one of those units. It's the same as the Jaegers in 28th Jaeger. It's just the same as those. It's the same as the Riet Jaeger in Hartnick. I just feel like they don't do as well at close range as it feels like they should. And then they don't do that well at long range because they've given up a lot of rifles for the close range. And they just don't have enough of either, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but like this will not beat a Panzer Grenadier at range. This will not beat a CQC infantry at close range either. So it doesn't beat anyone at any range, in my opinion. And it's totally my opinion. I know some people will tell me how wrong I am. I'm sure I am. But just that's always the way they feel to me when I use these kind of units. Same with 28th Jaeger. It's just something about these units just never is as strong as I want them to be. And these guys are like loaded up. They got Raider. I mean, they're a 10-man squad. They got G43s. I mean, they should do so well, and I just never feel like they do. I don't know. That's just me. The Gebirgsjager Streif, it's okay. It's a double. It's really, you're using it for its 2 MG42s when it really comes down to it. It's just a little bit more long-range punch for you. The Gebirgsjager Pioneer, these are really strong. They have 6 MP40s, 3 G43s, an MG42, and this like jerry can bomb, which is like a super Molotov. This thing's very strong. This wipes infantry out. Their leader here is really strong. It's got a sniper and Panzerschreck, so it's really good, and some Berettas. So this is a great leader, which is why I put it in B, so I could have 6 of those instead. And then remember, the Gebirgsjager come at these higher availabilities, so you can really spam the crack out of these guys, but I'm trying to get a little bit higher veterancy so they function a little better, so... their recon tab is really, really fun. I will say that. Their Aufklärers have snipers, which is like freaking awesome. They have these Gebirgsjager Fusiliers, which are basically just big sniper squads. Really good. Great units. The G43 sniper is like the best sniper in the game, technically, because it fires faster than other snipers. It's really, really good. So this is a great tab. You also get some SPWs. So all around, awesome recon tab there. You want to load that up. Tank tab sucks. You have only two viable cards to use. Stug 3s, which you can only bring in B and later, and Stug 42s. Now, I will say Stug 42s function way better than they should. For a 40-point like light tank, essentially, it's got 1,750 meter range. I mean, it's got pretty low penetration, but it will penetrate a Panzer IV. It will penetrate... No, it won't penetrate a Stug 3 from the front. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It does way better than it should. I don't know why. It shoots pretty fast. It's a good tank. For 40 points, this thing's pretty great. I'm not going to lie. Support tab. Got our... not a lot to pick from here. MG42. I'm taking these these M42 Stugs. They're almost exactly the same as the tank ones, except they have a little higher HE damage and they have less armor. So, yeah, this can augment your medium tanks a little bit. Then LG42. Really, really good. Totally forgot to use it in my game. Should have. It would have been really helpful, and I just kind of forgot it was there. Yeah, really, really good unit. Anti-tank tab is okay. It's limited, but what it has is really solid. You get Pak 40s, which are great, and Pupshins, which are really, really good. Oh, also, yeah, okay, this is why. So I'm going to bring these guys in these. They're the same speed as the Kubels, and that way then I can bring these guys in Kubels instead of the stupid Kettenrads, which are horrible. Yeah, so there we go. Fix that. And and the Panzerschreck, which you can't fit if you take all of this stuff. I decided, why not just take a Super Panzerschreck over a not Super Panzerschreck? Yeah. So for 10 points more, you get something that fires 500 meters further, has way lower accuracy, of course, but it still will hit pretty consistently. So yeah, great units. Pooption. AA tab, very lacking. Very, very lacking. Luckily in my game, I did not play a very strong air division, but if you do, it's rough. It's rough because these 20 mils don't hold down the fort all that well. They really don't. Artillery tab is good. You get a nice variety of stuff. You get SK-18s, which are really accurate. You get 150 mils. You get 170 mil off map, which is really good. I'm bringing the battery fear in A to have some leadership in A, and because I want those other leaders in B. I guess I could, but I don't want to use up another card, card in the infantry tab. The Air Force, pretty solid overall. These C205s are really good. These guys perform above their 100 points, I think. They're very fast. They have a solid loadout. Very good fighter. In A, I'm using these BF-110s for their ground attack capability, but also because technically they can shoot down planes. They do not turn. Like, these things go in a straight line, and that's about it. So do not expect this to have any fighter duels. This is a head-on kind of plane. Hope your opponent doesn't think it through and head-ons this guy. Yeah, it's got medium resilience. It does go relatively-ish fast. It's not fast for a fighter, but it'll catch bombers for the most part. You know, double 30 mils and a lot of 20 mils. So, it definitely does damage to ground targets. But don't rely on it to, like, swing or, like, kill tanks or things like that. It really won't. Taking one HS-129 in A phase. Solid. Not a great AT plane. It really isn't. It's pretty low penetration, so any heavier tank you're gonna have to try to shoot from the side, but it gets it done in A phase to survive until you get to these guys in B phase, which are way better because they're an actual cluster bomber, so much better. BF-109 G6R1s are awesome. These fighter bombers are one of the best in the game just because they're so fast. They really, like, get in, get out, and they're gone. Their bad resilience is not great. They can definitely be shot down, but they can be very effective with that 250 kilogram bomb. So, yeah, this is the 5th Gebirgsjager on balanced. It can absolutely be played Maverick. It would be a very solid Maverick deck as well. I like the longevity of its infantry. Again, it's a good division. Sorry, yawning. It's a good division. It doesn't suit me, so when I play it, I don't play it super well. Like I said, these weird kind of hybrid infantry that do CQC and long range, I'm not usually a fan of these because they just don't seem to perform as well in either role as I would like them to perform. So, yeah, battle's coming out in, tomorrow or the next day. Hope you enjoyed this deck. Good luck with it. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe, and have a fantastic day.